Hi guys, how are you? It's Steve here from SLB Fitness. I hope you're well. Okay, basically what I want to talk to you today about is knee stability and basically a bit about how this might affect you in the gym and sort of the alignment of your knees while you're doing exercises. Now, one thing that a lot of people don't think about is necessarily what their knees are doing when they're doing things like squats, lunges or deadlifts. Now, everyone's got slightly different mechanics, and what you're going to find is that if you take three people, everyone's knees are going to sort of move slightly differently. However, rule of thumb is that you don't really want your knee coming through towards the midline of your body excessively. Really, it wants to move forward over your big toe. Okay, if it sort of comes across further than that, there is going to be a chance that you're going to really put pressure on that on your knee. As well as this, if you do a squat, for example, on one leg, or even actually on two, in bare feet, and your arches are collapsing, that again could be problematic. So this is where having appropriate trainers is important, and potentially, if you speak to a professional person, who looks at feet, like a physiotherapist, for example, somebody who knows about your gait or about alignment, they're going to probably be able to help advise you on the right trainers to actually support your arch, which is going to again help with the tracking of your knee. Now, I do believe in doing exercises such as squats in bare feet so that you can train your feet and strengthen them up. However, some gyms won't allow you to do this. I'm very fortunate I'm allowed to, provided I put my trainers back on and not actually walking around the gym in bare feet, where there is potential for, a plate or a dumbbell or something to actually fall onto my foot. And obviously there's a hygiene side of things as well. So I do think that you should look at your feet, do maybe stand in front of the mirror, stand on one leg and start doing a squat. If your leg or your knee wants to come across your body, the chances are that you're going to need to start doing exercises to strengthen the stabilizers in your feet and also around your bum, especially your glute med, to actually give your leg the stability it needs. And what you might find, which I've always found quite fascinating, is when you do it on one leg versus the other leg, quite often one knee will come across but the other one may be tracking correctly. So yeah, make sure you get appropriate trainers to support your feet. That will actually help with your knee alignment, but also look at the stability in your ankles and the alignment of your legs. So when you're doing, for example, a single leg squat, you're trying to get your knee to track forward over your big toe as appropriate as possible. And you don't need to squat too far down when you're doing a single leg squat, just a partial squat, and to see how it starts moving and to see if your arch wants to flatten. And some great exercises to help with knee health are things like standing on one leg, just standing there balancing, trying to build up to 30 seconds, a minute, 90 seconds, etc. That's going to actually help with ankle stability and knee stability. And I do think you should do this on both legs, even if you find that one leg is more stable than the other. And this will have a massive transfer into things like regular back squats. Now, something else to think about when you're doing things like squats and deadlifts is that you've got you've got adequate ankle flexibility, okay, and hip flexibility. So your hamstrings and your calves need to be flexible enough that you can do these movements appropriately. If you're finding that you're going down to do a deadlift and you can't maintain a good neutral lower back and your back just wants to curl, yes, it could be a core strength thing, but it could also be that your hamstrings are tight and they're pulling your pelvis under, okay? This isn't ideal. And also when you're doing the squat, that can happen. And it could be as simple, you need to take your feet wider to allow, like myself, I've got wide hips. If my feet are too close, if I try to get any depth, my pelvis is going to tuck over, under, and I'm going to put pressure on my lower spine. So I need to take my feet wider so I can lower my hips down without loading my lower back up. But also you need adequate ankle flexibility as well. If you haven't got the flexibility in your ankles, you're going to find that you're going to shift the weight into the balls of your feet, okay? Or you're going to move excessively at your hips. and you're not going to keep your upper body as upright. And that goes for deadlifting as well. So having all these things are going to help with your knee, but they're also going to help with other movements such as deadlifts and squats, and are not allow you to put as much load or pressure onto your lower back. It's going to allow you to distribute the weight appropriately. So just some things to think about, guys. But as simple as laying a hamstring stretch, get a yoga strap, put it around your ankle, start stretching your legs out, doing some calf stretches, and ankle mobility work and ankle stability work, just standing on one leg to begin with, making sure that your knee's not tracking in towards the centre line of your body. It doesn't need to be too complicated, and that's a great starting point. And it will only take you, 5-10 minutes per evening to start doing this, and it will really complement these other exercises. So I hope this has been informative for you. I'll speak to you soon. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.